Sure is finally back in. We should have our series underway. Once again, over on the red team, we will have Gale Force Esports, Calvin, Ultima Web, Boink, Banny, Muma, Mitcher. And over on the blue hand side, we will have The, Hydration, Miso, Shiny, Waffle-tastic, Mikado. And can I just quickly mention how amazing of a name Waffle-tastic actually is? Just great. But again, as soon as Gale Force is ready, we are good to go. And we will find out shortly which one will take the lead in this best of 3 series with best of 3 setups for the control maps. If you just tuned in recently, it's going to be Oasis into another control map finalized by Anubis as the third map if need be.
Welcome to Oasis. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
And we are in. Once again, over on the blue hand side, we will have Counter Logic Gaming. Over on red, sporting that red team, will be Gale Force Esports. And Miso trying to cause some misdirection. Trying to throw out the pro tips, secret strats, like if you jump on the car, it will give you speed boost. Some of you might be aware there is an actual road with cars on Oasis, but don't be fooled. It is an insta-kill. But tips with CLG Miso could be an excellent Twitch series for those memes. But the match will be ready to start. 3 seconds remaining. Dive composition on both ends with some slight alterations over on Gale Esports side of things. Interestingly enough, Boink going for that Roadhog. Both teams trying to take control of high ground. Fair Mercy inbound for both, but Ultima takes first blood, gets hydration, setting the sights on the Winston. The bounciness being too much so far. Boink getting the second kill onto Miso, and now The falling down. Mikado will reset as well. And Gale Force Esports takes the point. Ultimate advantage already in favor of Gale Force. Ultima Web over on that end. Calvin like it away next to the bounce pad. Looking for any picks. Gets hydration really low. But still, Boink setting the sights for that Winston. Gets him really low. But Miso getting the first kill onto Calvin. Now we will see Ultima Web answer with 2 kills on their team. And Waffle, now with the ultimate available, Pulse Bomb is gonna look for that Winston potentially, or just wait it out. And Gale Force will continue to hold. Muma and Co chasing the rest of CLG down. Battle Mercy inbound. And with the ultimates ready for Ultima and Banny, we'll give him some extra safety. Primal Rage available for Muma soon. We'll be good to go for next team fight, and Miso will be swapping to Zarya. Shiny on that Reinhardt. See if it pays off as the direct hits connect. Primal Rage will be popped by Muma, getting that first kill, looking for that Reinhardt. Gets him as well. 2 easy kills for Winston, as Calvin and rest will clean up after the mess. And 3 ultimates available for Gale Force. Banny and Ultima Web still having those online. Only using that Primal Rage in that fight. And Ultima now did get hooked, but didn't get any kill off of it. And could be really bad, but with the Attack Visor online, we might see Calvin turn things around. Speed has been dropped. Sound Barrier will be enough. Hydration tries to go for the hook. Point is already on 99%. If Gale Force wins this team fight, they will win the first round. Miso though, getting a kill. Sound Barrier coming out for the red team as the brawl will still go on. Ultima Web getting a kill onto Shiny, looking for more targets, and Waffle fantastic. So low, still somehow alive. And can CLG do it? This is a really close one. Miso is looking charged up and will be able to help CLG take the point. 100 charge will be super dangerous, almost with that ultimate ready as well. Looking for those pesky aerial targets. Now going for that high ground. Off of the bounce pad. Graviton could be huge into winning that next team fight. Waffle will have the attack visor. Nano boost available from the hydration. Also with a whole hog. And now with the attack visor being used, can Waffle get a lot out of it? Gets the first kill. Follows it with a triple. CLG will hold. Ultima will finally reset. Was poking at Waffle, but we'll just go ahead and play it safe. Try to regroup as soon as possible with the rest of his team. And Miso still holding on to that Graviton. Shiny will have that Earth Shatter soon enough. We'll be looking favorably here as they actually will straight up go for it. Gets a huge Graviton, and this will be a team wipe potentially here for CLG as Hydration and Co. Cleaning up house. Only really 2 members of Gale Esports left to tail the tale. Earth Shatter being available still. Could potentially mean that Counter Logic Gaming can turn things around. Ultima Web has his ultimate available though. Calvin as well. Sound Barrier could be enough to mitigate it potentially, so we'll see them go straight up for it. Both ultimates being used so far. We'll trade this 1 for 1. Calvin with the damage boost looking to clean up house. 2 for 1 is good. Instantly res. That was really close. Calvin could have been down and out of it. But so far, CLG pushing it to overtime. But this is not going to be enough as the cap is going back to Gale Esports. And this could be enough for them to keep it up. Shiny going back onto the point will go down and won't get there in time. And Gale Force gets it in the end.
Score 0-1.
I'm back in the fight.
Ready for duty.
But not without a good fight out of Counter Logic Gaming. Gale Force Esports has managed to finally take that point in the end. They did get 99% off pretty early on, and even though CLG held valiantly, Miso having a great Graviton was not quite enough, and that could have been really close as Calvin died at the most opportune time. Actually, one small millisecond longer, he could have been out of the fight. So still really clutch, and so far Ultima looking for those concussions, doesn't get any. And so far Muma with the Fire Strike will secure the first blood. Nice follow up by Ultima onto Waffle, and the team fight will be going over in favor of Gale Force Esports. First cap as well to follow suit once again. And Ultima managing to do a lot of damage there. Already at 84% in terms of his ultimate charge. Hydration will finally swap onto Pharah as well. And the concussion grenade will not get him, but Muma will be taking Miso down. Waffle answers with another kill, and Ultima left to his own devices will just wipe the floor with CLG. As the rest of CLG will be forced to regroup. And Ultima not really dealt with. Hydration there. Going for the Pharah, potentially trying to contest the sky. Control over the sky, but not quite enough as Ultima going in already with the barrage a bit too eager. Will go down, and this could turn things into CLG's favor, but Gale Force will have 2 ultimates up and ready. Nice concussion grenade will force Muma out of position. And so far with the nano boost onto Calvin, it will build up that attack visor. And will we see it get? Ooh, huge Earth Shatter gets 4. Muma goes big with that Earth Shatter, and this is another team fight win for Gale Force.
Clearing the area. Graviton surge.
What a team kill to boot. A nice plays coming out of Gale Force Esports. Will net them that win, and approaching that 99% cap. Gale Force Esports are looking strong. Boink has that graviton. Could be huge. Just goes in. But Waffle answers with attack. Anubis attack visor gets slept, however. Can this be enough? Can this be the turnaround? So far, though, Calvin answering with kills of his own and gets another beautiful kill on the. And this is gonna be Gale Force Esports winning Oasis, getting that 1-0 lead. And Ultima Web, definitely a big menace there on that Pharah. Was able to just go in from behind and get both of the supports, or rather at least Soldier and Anna, I believe. And from there on just secured the team fight win, and Gale Force Esports just got control of their point and just kept on rolling all the way till the end. And as a result, they will have a 1-0 lead over CLG. And since it's a best of 3, if they win the next control map on Nepal, that means CLG will be out of the tournament, and Gale Force Esports, to potentially the surprise of some, will advance into the semi-finals tomorrow. Which, again, some amazing play all around coming out of this team, but Counterlogic Gaming also fighting back, having a good attempt on that first round. Not as much success on that second one. And now with Nepal being the next map, we will see if they can pull a win and equalize the series 1-1. But so far, beating teams like Dignitas on those control maps makes Gale Force Esports that much more threatening, even on Nepal on top of it. And definitely expect Miso and to go for that Pharah Mercy combo once again. It did pay off big time in their matchup versus Rhinos Gaming Titan, so we'll potentially see it once again. And it's not just been the Calvin show over on Gale Force Esports. Ultima Web has been doing really well. Boink also getting some really good hooks. Muma getting those great Winston Primal Rage uses on top of it, with the rest of the support team on top. So we'll see if they can keep it up, or if CLG will turn things around. Once again, Missa will be on that Pharah, looking for targets. No Pharah on the lineup of Gale Force. Means that with the Pharah and Mercy, it could potentially come out on top, but so far, both Tracers taking down the target. Boink getting the Mercy, and Gale Force Esports taking the lead so far in terms of the kills. Boink getting hydration in the end there too. Gets Waffle-tastic, and Winston, only one left, Shiny, will go down. And Gale Force will take the first cap once again.
My ultimate is charging.
And with this dive composition, with that Zenyatta to boot, it's just so rough for CLG to not get picked off, as with the Discord Orb as well. It's just so much damage onto these members of CLG, but Waffle, and this is what a kill of his own. Miso goes really, really low, but still stays alive. Muma takes down hydration so far, 2 for 1, but Waffle equalizes it 2-2. Can Waffle and Miso take it? Waffle takes down Calvin, and this should be enough. CLG pull through.
The objective is mine.
And Waffle-tastic will have that pulse bomb ready to go for that next push of Gale Force. Back onto the point. 34% is the amount Gale Force Esports was able to get both tracers actually having those pulse bombs up and ready to go. Misso still only at 68% for his ultimate. Ooh, Waffle forced to recall. Could be in a potential bad spot, but Misso once again takes down the first target, looking for Boink with that Winston support. And Gale Force Esports will be forced to regroup. Even Mikado, bloodthirsty support, getting a few kills on that scoreboard. And with 3 ultimates already available, 4th one coming up soon for Hydration. CLG are looking pretty strong here. The res will be inbound in case Boink can't do much here, but he will be dove. Doesn't get into kill just yet. Finally gets Shiny. Looks for Misso. Gets him in the end. But Misso gets one down as well. Calvin looking for some extras. And now with the Blade Ultima, can he do much here? Looks for some extra targets. Looks for that Mercy. Almost finishes her off, but not quite. The still alive. And now with the sound barrier, Gale Force looking to turn things into their favor, but Hydration running back with the Blade. Will he be using it? Does he want to force more out of Gale Force? 83% now available. Sound barrier was used, and yes, he will be going for the Blade. Transcendence does come out, but still not quite enough. And ooh, nice deflect. Will secure the kill onto the Zenyatta, and now so far this is looking great for CLG, almost at 99%. Waffletastic and Co running back onto the point, but Misso still there, still doing damage, takes down Boink. And this is not looking good for Gale Force Esports as ooh, Ultima not quite able to go on the point. Means that CLG will take first round on Nepal. Now with a 1-0 lead, CLG are looking to potentially equalize the series 1-1 if they are to win this next round. The Gale Force not really managing to just straight up come back at any point throughout the remainder of the round after they lost control of it. Not really able to combo ultimates together properly or just wait it out for a good setup, but the round will start. Both teams opening up on that side brawl. Reinhardt shields will go through, but the hook is good. Hydration gets the first blood, and now without Reinhardt, things are looking good for CLG. It will be pushed in by Ultima on that Zarya, but nice bio nade will force him back. And for the regroup, point cap is now online and available. And Hydration for some extra picks, does not get it. The Reinhardt did manage to come back, but good charge coming out of Shiny. We'll secure that kill onto Reinhardt, and Misso now being charged up, doing plenty of damage. Will force Bonnie to reset, and Misso already with the Graviton available. Ultima only at 50%. Got a sting for Gale Force. CLG in great shape here on the second round of Nepal. Nano Boost also available for the and for Banny, but Graviton Surge will be used, and with 100 charge Zarya, she hurts. Misso goes in, and now Muma, trying desperately to stay alive, backs off. But only using Graviton, still getting the team fight win. Counter Logic Gaming looking great here, 42% on the point. 4 ultimates available for them. Sound barrier coming up soon. Calvin needs to make that attack visor work with the nano boost, but Waffletastic will answer with the attack visor of his own. Muma solo ultimates, uses the Earth Shadow solo onto him, but so far 2 kills for nil. Hydration still getting that whole hog, using it for those last final kills, forcing Boink and Ultima to regroup and reset. Already 70% for the blue team here in CLG. Mikado up and ready to go with that sound barrier. Mitcher has his as well. Now it's gonna come down to Ultima. Ultima needs to have a huge graviton for this next team fight. 84% already. He's just gotta be able to just rush in. Gets two. Sound Barrier will mitigate some of that damage though. And nice Bionade will be good as well. But Muma gets the first kill on that team fight. Mikado answers with a kill of his own. Muma still though chasing them down. Tries to go for the charge. Gets Missile in the end. Will have that ultimate available as well. Can Gale Force do it? They will be finalizing those kills there. But Shiny still on the point for now. Muma and Ultima there. But the rest of CLG running back. Good Earth Shatter. Should secure the win. However, Calvin getting the free kills. And this should finally swap over into Gale Force's side. But huge Earth Shatter by Muma there. Getting 4 members, I believe. Coming up big. And we'll pretend we didn't see that, Calvin. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But only 60%. Whereas CLG, if they win the next team fight, they win Nepal. So with Graviton in Misso's hands, that is a definite possibility. So we'll just brute force themselves on the point. We'll try to get as much work done as possible. Calvin will be popping that Anubis attack visor. And CLG will be content on just forcing those 2 ultimates and resetting.
My ultimate is charging.
Still have a decent amount of time to work with. And they will have a lot of ultimates online soon.
My ultimate is charging.
So things are looking on the plus side for them, but if somehow Gale Force can hold through this barrage of ultimates, they could still turn it around. But the whole Hawk to follow through the Graviton, Misso and crew, now with Waffle popping the tac visor, this should be enough. CLG cleaning up house, and as said, with so many ultimates available, this is looking like CLG should be winning the fight. Calvin will go down to Misso. Overtime kicks in, and CLG will take Nepal.
Play of the match. Fire at will.
And that said, with the ultimate advantage, with the donated play of the game by Misso towards hydration, he was able to get his team the win, and as a result, CLG will be able to equalize it 1-1, and we will get a third final map in the series, which will be on Temple of Anubis, the wonderful 2CP type map. And at this point, it's really tough. It's a really tough one to call, as we haven't really seen these two teams play on a 2CP map setup tonight, and I don't know what to expect in terms of their plans, or rather game plan, coming into this one. And as a result, we might see some off picks or some peculiar picks that one team or the other might not expect, and we will be in for a treat nevertheless, as once again, thank you so much for watching. Huge shoutouts to eFrag, Razer Arena, Blizzard as well for powering up the tournament, and you will definitely not want to miss out on the semifinals and grand finals tomorrow, which will be happening over on eFrag's Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/eFrag TV. So definitely give them a follow. Make sure to be there tomorrow. And okay, we see it seems like teams are just chatting it out. Just going to check on them, see if they are ready to go. Just make sure I double check, as once again, to close it all off in this North American team brawl between CLG and Gale Force Esports, we will go on to Anubis. Okay, it seems like Calvin needs a short bathroom break. Fair enough. And we will resume as soon as possible. But CLG getting that win in the end, bringing it back to a 1-1, equalizing the series. And once again, for both these teams, they've had some star players, but they had the rest of their team also pick up the slack and perform exceptionally, because even with Miso being a bit of a standout in terms of just being charged up so often, getting those ult charges so fast, being crucial, you also have Hydration that followed it up with the kills afterwards, of course, with the rest of his team. Waffle-tastic on that soldier too. And even on Gale Force's side, even though Calvin has had some spectacular moments, so did Ultima Web and the rest of the team. So all around, great showing from both of them. And we will be in for a treat. And the winner between these two will advance into the semifinals. And I should stop saying and, but the next matchup we will be streaming in this round of 4 tournament will be Hammer Esports versus Chavs. Chavs being the last remaining EU team in the tournament, coming up versus Hammer Esports. Hammer Esports also having some really good online performance as of late, having won the last invitational, or rather the Alienware Monthly, I believe, if I recall correctly. Some apologies on my end. It's almost 4 a.m. here, so it's getting a bit tiring, but it's definitely made easier by these teams that have been pulling off such an amazing show for us. And once again, over on the blue hand side, we will have Counter Logic Gaming, the Waffle-tastic, Hydration, Shiny, Mikado, Miso. And on the red hand side, we will have Gale Force Esports, Boink, Muma, Banny, Ultima Web, Mitcher, and Calvin. As the teams will start to get ready. Keep our eyes peeled for anything interesting in terms of the picks or out of the ordinary. I would definitely not think Dill would suddenly become a Hanzo main, but Hydration. He has been one of the players favoring Mei in the tournament. This is not his first showing tonight, and this will allow Counter Logic Gaming to force Gale Force Esports in rough positions, as the wall could section off certain entries, certain routes, and just get a huge advantage off of it. Of course, Mei extremely annoying to deal with on that second point defense as well. But over on the right hand side, we will be most likely seeing a couple of swaps. Maybe Calvin going for a Sonic arrow, but still swaps through and goes for the Widowmaker. Widowmaker definitely a great option here on offense. Anubis, 1 or 2 picks can be the means of a team fight win and a good push for Gale Force Esports, as it will go ahead from the left hand side. Calvin, wing up, does not get spotted, but doesn't have any line of sights just yet. Looks for the Ana, looks for targets, and Muma gets the first kill. Boink and Co. still pushing CLG back in. Even with Calvin not really connecting any shots, it did leave the rest of the CLG vulnerable, and Gale Force Esports pushing them back should have this first point cap win, as Boink gets another one. Miso tried to stay alive. Will finally go down. And first point capture finally going over to Gale Force Esports.
I am on fire.
And Mikado. This has been something that certain teams have been playing. Something that we have seen in solo queue, and I'm excited to see some Sombra always. This can pay off big, as EMP is one of the strongest ultimates in the game. The hack buff also helps. But so far, not being able to do much. Boink gets the first kill onto but so far it's 2 for 2. Can Gale Force Esports keep it up? Waffle answering with another kill of his own. We'll have that health pack available, and Mikado already with the ultimate. Counter Logic Gaming will be able to push the opposition back. And with EMP and Blizzard, this is looking mighty fine for Counter Logic Gaming. Some ultimates available soon, and Mitcher with the sound barrier. Might be able to force a potential team fight win, but some swaps for Gale Force. Calvin did swap over previously from that Widow. He's on that Tracer. Boink going over onto the Zarya as well. Should be able to help with the Mei on top of just having that Graviton. Be huge, but Mikado still not yet spotted, and with the ultimate available, might see the Wamba combo come off, but not really forced to use it just yet. Misso getting the first kill, however. Now with the EMP, this could potentially be great for this lineup, but Ultima Web answering with a kill of his own. Still only getting one with the Dragon Blade. Nano Boost is not that favorable, and Waffle getting a great pick onto Mitcher. Stops him from casting the sound barrier. Gets another kill onto Banny with the secondary fire. Even if Lucio wants to drop the beat, he needs to finish the cast, so Hook stops him in his tracks. CLG manages to hold and still have that res, still have the Blizzard ready to go. Misso now on that Pharah will be close to the barrage. And if you look at Mikado already, almost with that ultimate up and online once again. However, over on the red hand side, there will be speed boosting in, and just will potentially try to force as many ultimates as possible. So far though, no kills on either side. Muma taking the first one, but with the EMP being active, will it be enough? Ultima Weapon gets another kill, and the Rocket Barrage goes through, but the shield is there, and the big res! The coming up huge with it, but will it be enough? And now Hydration will be a pest, but nice charge by Muma. Means that they're still alive, and with the Earth Shatter, gets the second, gets both of them, and it might just be enough as the Nano Boost is online onto Calvin. Tactical Visor does come through, and Gale Force Esports find a way to potentially finally take this point. Almost there. Killing off these final remaining members, but Waffle takes them down. 2 members remaining. Graviton is good. Catches both of them. Duh. Boosting onto the point. Being as annoying as possible. Only one left there. And this finally go over to the Gale Force side, but good things came through out of the sound barrier. Hydration not being able to do much off of the Blizzard. And Gale Force Esports manages to stagger the opposition as they kept on running one by one. Was not enough. And now gonna be up to CLG to get a better time. 3 minutes and 21 seconds remaining for Gale Force after that offense. CLG will be feeling that pressure. Once again, this is a best of 3. And my apologies, I did mess up on the overlay. I forgot to update the score for CLG. It is 1-1. And once again, winner of Anubis takes it all and advances to play tomorrow over on Twitch TV / the EFRAG TV side of things for those semifinals and potentially the grand finals. And once again, we see Ultima Web go for that Genji on defense. He's done this on King's Row. It's not too surprising for him to run this pick on Anubis as well. And with Boink on that Winston, we'll be able to be just a big nuisance and just traverse a lot of terrain, be it vertically as well with that jump. But Waffle will be sticking with the Widow. And Mikado did use the Sonic Arrow just to scout ahead. Try and get Waffle-tastic some room. as he's looking for any picks potentially here. Winston diving through, but he does get spotted by the opposing Winston. And with Ultima Web being on that Genji, follows up on the dive, gets a nice kill actually onto the Mercy, setting his sights on Pharah. And a nice first team fight for Gale Force. Again, with Boink on that Winston, we'll be able to jump around, chase any kills onto someone like Genji, onto other members of the backline. But the concussion grade will force Gale out of the high ground advantage here. Should be running back towards for it, but so far, Miso still looking to do damage. Nice leap onto him, however. Follow-up charge onto the... Unfortunate for the Mercy here, but so far, good fight for the lineup of Gale Force Esports. 3-0 in terms of trades. Make that 4-0. 5 now with Ultima cleaning up house with a dash onto Shiny.
My ultimate is charging.
And Muma setting his sights on that slept target, but unfortunately, the goes down as well. Earthshatter will be available for Muma. Dragon Blade for hydration. But Miso actually already going down to Calvin. Calvin once again in a really pesky, annoying position. Will set his sights onto the Winston and Mikado. But this is not looking good for CLG. So many ultimates lined up for Gale Force. All of their portraits all of those portraits lighten up like a Christmas tree.
This will help.
Whereas Counterlogic Gaming has the blade, has the res, will have that pulse bomb ready soon. But so many ultimates available for Gale Force with 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. You gotta ask yourself, is gonna be enough? Both Dragon Blades being used, and first one is good for Ultima, but so far 1 for 1. No other trades. Setting his sights onto Mercy. Mama answers with a kill of his own, and we'll have the Earthshatter follow-up. Waffle will follow, and CLG not looking good, and no! Gets the charge onto Mikado. Feels bad for the Lucio, but so far still, CLG not going down without a fight. Calvin coming back up with the tac visor will not be enough, unfortunately, for him, as Winston is the only remaining member for Gale Force. Now with 2 of them coming in hot to reinforce, and Ultima being the hero Gale Force needs right now, gets the double kill, finally gets taken down, but did he buy enough time? He did at least force the sound barrier out of CLG, and it seems like he did manage to buy enough time. Hydration, however, will get a kill onto Bonnie, and CLG should be able to take the point soon, but sound barrier was forced, and now Calvin will be cornered. This is potentially really dangerous for Gale Force, as Hydration now with the blade, looking for targets, doesn't get the final one, and CLG snowballs greatly after that first push eventual win. And with the pulse bomb on, looking to get those final kills, but Gale Force running back onto the point, looking to turn things around, but so far CLG getting the first cap, or rather the first tick cap. Hydration gets Mitcher down. Nice leap dart deflect as well. Will secure the kill onto Bonnie. And CLG, can they do it? Still, 2 CP defense being really annoying for this lineup, but charge is good. Hammer is good as well, but no one to follow it up. Will delay things a while longer. And so far still only 1 tick cap for CLG, and with the Dragon Blade coming out of Ultima, will this be enough? Sets the sights onto Mercy, but nice shield by Miso will help him survive. And now with the Graviton, CLG are looking to eventually finish this one up.
I'm on fire. Everyone follow me. Everyone.
Will go down, but still, Rez is there. Diva running to the point, goes down, and May back onto the point, being so annoying. CLG not able to finalize just yet. Mitcher will go down, and this is just, at this point, A potential absolute disaster as the Earth Shatter hits quite a few, but kills still in favor of CLG. And Gale Force just trying to buy as much time as possible at this point. Still, we'll finally get the point in the end. 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining.
Score 2-2.
And some great plays overall. Both Genjis, honestly, having some great performance here. Clutch deflects, like the one on the sleep dart. And Hydration helping secure the win for his team, but since Gale Force Esports managed to hold longer, Counter Logic Gaming will have to be on the offense once again. We'll have 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. Whereas Gale Force, 3 minutes and 21. A little while longer to work with, but still. Overall, a really tough one to call. So far, though, it seems like it's been up to both of the Genjis, Hydration and Ultima, having some huge plays. And we'll see no Widow this time around for Counter Logic Gaming. Straight up going for a dive composition with Waffle on that Tracer, Miso on that Pharah. Once again, they duck to support him, rather, on that Mercy. And now, CLG looking to push from the left side. At the very least, Hydration scouting things ahead, getting some good headshots. But Calvin getting the first blood here. This round will be forced back. Regroups with his Ana, but so far it's 1-0. Boink gets a second, and so far, Gale Force Esports will be able to hold. Good attempt by Mikado to peace out, but will be taken down by Calvin in the end. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. Time is surely running out. Attack Visor as well as the Dragon Blade coming up soon for Gale Force. Hydration though, still looking to go for a flank. Tries to spot out Calvin potentially. Sets aside on the supports though, finds Ana, and Waffle gets a kill. Shiny to follow suit, and now with the rest of this lineup having a free man advantage, we'll go down to Calvin, but still advantage should be in favor of the CLG lineup. Calvin, last one remaining right now. It actually takes down Genji. We'll have the Tech Visor. Calvin, the hero attempt. Not enough, unfortunately, but still. At the very least, Gale Force should have enough time to regroup and set up a defense on the second point. Dragon Blade available for Hydration. It's just gonna straight up pop it. Sets his sights on the Lucio, and no! The life of a Genji gets pulled into the wall. Nice charge coming out of Muma. Clutch one, and with so many ultimates available for Gale Force as well. It's just clean up at this point. Once again though, 6 ultimates available for them. We'll potentially have a great time defending here. Team fight should go over in their favor as we will see some swaps from CLG. Hydration actually going for the McCree. Miso unsurprisingly on that Zarya. And Mikado, the only one to soon have the second ultimate available for CLG, but now with ultimates being expended for this Gale Force lineup with 16 seconds remaining, this is looking really bad for CLG, but the res does come through. And so far, Waffle still takes Muma down. Nice deflect. Will secure the kill with a Fire Strike, but Sound Barrier, as said, is online. Will this be enough? Mikado and crew on point. Shiny trying to get a few kills, but the kills are still lining up for Gale Force. As Boink will be popping that Rage celebratory ult
Score
in the end.
3-2. Switching sides.
And with 3 minutes 21 seconds remaining, Gale Force Esports is gonna look for a win here on Anubis. They need to get the second cap, however. Else we will move on to a tie, extending the series even more so. Which I would definitely not mind. More amazing action is always welcomed. But so far, we might see a potential May pick from Boink. Could be good here if he gets his team passage over onto the left or right hand side. Might still swap, however. And on the blue hand side, we will be running a quad tank build. Haven't seen quad tank just yet tonight, but CLG will be running said setup.
It's one small step.
And with all of those tanks on that lineup, it will be potentially tough for Gale Esports to push their way through for a win. But if they can snowball a potential first point cap, they could take it all the way home for that win. The round will start. Triple threat for Gale Force. Ultimate Web going again with the Winston. Nice Bionade actually on the other opposition, but Hydration answers with a first kill still. Good Bionade onto those tanks, but not able to get any kills. And so far, it will be 1-for-1. Calvin setting his sights onto Miso. Ferris still left alive, and Waffle gets a good kill onto Mitcher. But can they keep it up? The attacking team will have a better time running back to the point. Attack Visor is almost ready for Calvin. Already being able to do so much damage to build it up. Nice charge though, and Waffle getting double kills. Setting his sights on for Boink, but Boink answering with a few kills of his own. Will force CLG back, but another great hook. Waffle finally goes down, but still CLG having some valiant last-ditch effort there by Waffle. Waffle-tastic getting, I believe, 3 hooks in a row.
I'm taking the objective.
And we will see the swap over to the Sombra once again. It did seem to play out pretty well overall. But a lot of ultimates available for Gale Force as well. And we'll see Calvin for a potential flank here. Still doesn't get spotted. Tries to go for Diana. Will be dove on by the Winston. And we'll just opt into reset. Die on the as close, or rather as fast as possible, so we can regroup with a team. And Ultimo now finally going down. We'll have that blade ready to go, but Mikado already with AMP, hacking all of the health packs.
See you later.
Will be really annoying for this Gale Force Esports lineup to deal with, and CLG is running a one support composition, but with the health packs all being hacked, it will make things easier for them to stay alive. But Waffle again, nice hook. Hydration tries to go in. Will be nano boosted and will instantly take Ultima down. 2-for-1. Calvin though, answering with the attack visor, did get the high ground, and Calvin turning things around with his team. Now the Winston being the only one on the point, using that primal rage, trying to build some space for his team, delay enough to make it so that they go back onto the point. Calvin trying to stay alive somehow, not dead just yet. Goes off onto the side, and Mikado finally gets a kill. Waffle follows suit, but can Gale Force do it? It's gonna be potentially really close, but with more members of CLG running back onto the point, ultimates available soon. Still gonna be rough for Gale Force, and we'll just regroup. 25 seconds remaining. One last push. Mama going for Reinhardt, and with 3 ultimates almost available for Gale Force, they're gonna look to get a win off of this, but with a big EMP from Mikado, this could close out the game for a draw. And this should be it as Soundberry goes through. But will it be enough? Follow-up wasn't there just yet, and so far, 1-for-1. Attack Visor will be popped by Calvin. 3-for-1, 4-for-1 for Gale Force. Can they do it? Make that 5. This is better and better for them. And now with overtime, no one on the point. Gale Force Esports clutch it out in the end. Really well played around the Sombra. Only one being hit by the Earth Shatter, I believe, there in the end. So Gale Force Esports will be our first semi-finalist.
Play of the match.
Огонь по готовности!
And some really awesome matches, extremely close. And in the end, Gale Force continues to impress. Somehow manages to get the win in the end. Really good play around that Sombra pick. As said, with the EMP and with them initially seemingly being so grouped up, clumped up, it did look like it was pretty much an easy team wipe comboing that EMP into the Earth Shatter, but they managed to scram in time and split up enough so that they come back with the sound barrier and get the win in the end. So overall, exceptional plays by both teams. They've both been playing their hearts out, and fortunately for CLG, this is going to be the end for this tourney for them, but still awesome plays all around from them. Definitely deserve some huge shout outs for an amazing series, and we'll see Gale Force, more of Gale Force tomorrow. Once again, the official stream for the semifinals and grand finals will be Twitch TV/EFragTV. So make sure to give that a follow, check it out, and definitely you do not want to miss out. But until then, we will try to get our